Good day everyone, my name is Nar Alvarez and today I am going to discuss the process of RRL or Review of Related Literature. In making research paper, RRL is a must and we all know that because RRL serve as concrete evidences in providing our stance. In making RRL, searching for knowledge for your research paper means, and of course, we search for knowledge for our research paper. But searching for RRL takes time. Why it takes time? It takes time because we review the literature. We analyze it. According to Prainville in 2012 and Lapousie and Rubiller in 2013, in making research paper, we should apply a stage of the process. So, in writing research paper, there is a process that need to be followed. So now, we tackle the three stages of process of RRL. Stage 1. Search for the literature. This is the stage where you devote much of your time in looking for resources of knowledge, data, or information to answer your research questions or to support your assumption about your research topic. So, in this stage, we use much of our time or we spend much of our time searching for literature or any information that involves facts. All of the data that we gathered must answer the research topic. Secondary resources gives the most number of materials such as the internet, books, peer-reviewed articles in journals, published literary reviews, theses, dissertations, conference proceedings, leaflets, posters, research studies, and other library materials. Secondary process, as what I mentioned, there is some of the example where we find literature in our research paper. Websites, social media, and other online encyclopedias such as Wikipedia are the other resources of information that you can consult during this stage. You may find them valuable, but they are not as dependable as the other resources of knowledge. Since technology continued to enhance, we can also find literature or related literature that are published online. Some consider the information from these as not very scholarly because it is susceptible to everybody's penchant for editing. Since any person is free to use the web for displaying information, you need to be careful in evaluating online sources. In using online platforms and searching related literature, we must consider that everything in the internet is not based on facts. That is why we should be very careful and logical in doing these things. Here are some pointers to apply in research paper for the best sources of information or data, according to Prainville in 2012. First, choose previous research findings that are closely related to your research. Give more weight to studies done by experts in the field. Consider sources that refer more to primary data than secondary data. Prefer getting information from peer-reviewed materials than from general reading materials. Stage 2. Read the resource materials. Reading or making sense of the resource materials permits you to modify, contract, or reconstruct ideas based on the certain principle, theory, pattern, method, or theme underlying your research. In this stage, we should read the resource material that we've been using in order as to get more ideas and significant informations. Stage 3. The mere description, transfer, or listing of writers' ideas that is devoid or not reflected of your own thinking is called dump or stringing method. Good RRL avoids presenting ideas in serial abstracts, which means every paragraph merely consists of one article. This is source by source, literature writing that fails to link compared to contrast articles based on theory or theme around which of the research questions revolve by Rrl 2011. Dealing with studies with respect to each other is your way of providing the extent of the validity of the findings of reviewed studies vis-a-vis and recent ones. Writing it analytically and critically, you give yourself the chance to express your opposite knowledge about the topic, thereby increasing readers' interest in your work. This is the last stage but not the least. In this stage of writing a related literature says that we must review it. We reviewed typographical error or grammar or our grammar. Here are some of the examples of how we can write it in a proper way. Not so good openings. This is the example of not good openings. And in the bottom part are the examples of better article openings.